All right, hey everybody, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. TammyTalks here. Let's talk the final episode of the reunion for Married at First Sight Season 15, Episode 19. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if y'all enjoy that type of content, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I'm literally, if I check right now, hold on. I am 30 subscribers away from 7,000. So I need 50 of y'all to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, all right? If you have been watching me all day on Love is Blind or our season for Married at First Sight and you are not subscribed, because I looked at the analytics and 80% of my views come from people that are not subscribed. Y'all tripping. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, y'all. Thumbs up the video, share with a friend, hop into the comment section, all right? So the reunion picks back up right exactly where it left off with Alexis and Justin. So Justin said that Alexis is trying to gaslight him. She said that he came over, he said that she came over to his apartment middle of the night after she had been out drinking at the club. Alexis is saying that she never went to his apartment. He then said that she came to his house. It was the middle of the night. It's he say, she say at this point. Who knows? Alexis be lying. Justin be lying. Who knows what is going on? Quite frankly, who cares? I am so sick of Justin. I am so absolutely tired of Justin after this reunion, y'all. What are we doing? What is going on here? Kevin asks, what is the real issue? I said, I would like to know. What is it? What is it, y'all? Is it the powder? Did he have some yak earlier in the back? What is going on? So Justin said that he does not think that she was really there for love. Alexis said that she moved past the lack of attraction. She said she moved past the lack of sensitivity. So she was doing everything in her power to make this work with him. Justin said that he knows when a woman doesn't want him and she didn't want him. Whatever. I'm sick of talking about the both of them. To be real, you know what I mean? I feel like no matter which way I say, y'all are going to say I'm Team Alexis. But in this instance, Alexis has never flipped. Okay, while we do think she's trash for how she has handled things, do I think that she tried? To some degree. Do I think Alexis went to his house middle of the night? No, I don't. I just don't, because the way that she has talked about his sex game the entire time. I personally don't think that happened. We have seen Justin come out and throw a bunch of shit against the wall tonight to see what sticks. So who knows? So we bring out Justin's brother and Alexis's sister. And I'm like, why? Why do we need these special guests? So Alexis said there was no chance of a friendship between the two of them after today with the way Justin is acting. Justin's brother said that he was not impressed to see him give the dog away. He said, for one, he has never seen Maya be aggressive. He also said that Maya is a part of Justin's family. So the fact that he went to that dire straits to give the dog away, Justin would have just grown to resent Alexis for a decision that he made himself, which we saw. Justin said yes, he wasn't very honest about it. He did start to resent her. Alexis sat up there and lied and said that it was not about the dog situation. It was what happened afterwards. So Alexis is saying that... Did I turn the mic off? Okay. So Alexis is saying that, she's not upset that Mr. Newton got bit, because that happens with dogs. It doesn't happen with dogs if they're introduced properly, nonetheless. She is saying that happens with dogs, right? So in her mind, from her point of view, she said her real issue is that Justin wasn't honest about the situation with Maya. Because had she had known that Maya had been aggressive before, she would not have had Newton walking around freely. Whether the dog has been aggressive or not, or whether you know that or not, Alexis, you should have had your damn dog on a leash. Point blank, period. You don't have one dog on a leash and another dog being free. The dog on the leash is going to feel away. It's going to feel threatened. It's going to feel backed in the corner. It's going to feel restricted. You don't do that. So she said that she was just more upset to find out after the fact that Maya had been aggressive with other dogs. She would have handled that situation differently. On top of that, Justin lied and said that nothing happened when her dog was clearly bleeding. So that was an issue too. Justin said that Maya is now back with him. He flew up to Colorado to get the dog. They took a world tour coming back, he said. And Maya is back with him. If I was Maya, I would be nipping at them ankles every chance I got. Because you really played in her face. So he said that he also feels whole again. He felt like a part of him left when Maya left. I said, you didn't care that much, Justin, because you freely gave your dog up. His brother felt that the biggest issue between the two of them is that Alexis had to constantly carry him too much. She had to constantly, be there for both of them emotionally, whereas Justin had to come to the realization that Alexis was too much for him, and Justin never wanted to admit that. So Justin said that he's not dating right now. He is more focused on healing. He said that if they were to talk again organically, that it would be fine. I think they meant talking together as friends organically. I was in and out of this part of the reunion, y'all, because this was boring. But she does tell him that no, because he has hurt her feelings. He apologizes, and now they're cool again. What the hell ever. As much as she gaslights him, he gaslights her right back. To be honest, the two crazy asses are made for each other. So then we get a pointless scene where all the ladies come out onto the set together. All the ladies are really good friends. They have a group chat that's called Sister Wives. Clearly, they don't know what that truly means, but they have a group chat called Sister Wives. Kristen and Alexis said they talk every day. They're really, really good friends. Morgan said while it was hard for her not seeing the ladies every day, she made sure to keep in touch with them. It's given I'm a good person. Okay, just like we told Alexa, no one cares. You left the show, you leave the group chat. Don't come back over here. So Alexis wanted to clear something up, and she said that when it came to Ben and Morgan, she did not run until Morgan would happen. And Morgan corroborates her story that Morgan went to her, was venting to her about Ben, and said, if you know something, please tell me. Alexis said in that moment, she made the decision to tell her friend. She wasn't thinking about anybody else in that moment, but kind of, protecting Morgan. So that's how Morgan found out all the tea. Morgan then went on to say, who knows what would have happened between her and Ben if she would not have heard this from Alexis. There are either two options. Either it would have fizzled out and come to a blow, a head-to-head, like it did the way it happened on the show. Or y'all might have worked and then watched the show back and they would have put in footage of him going to talk to Justin. Either way, it wasn't going to work between the two of them. Either way, it wasn't going to work. Kristen said that she felt she had no choice but to fight for her marriage. So that's why she continued to fight. The ladies all talk about how they were all on Kristen's side because of the way that Mitch was treating her. But out of respect for her, when Kristen said that we were going to be Team Mitch, they was like, cool. And the moment that Kristen stood up for herself, the ladies were like, yes, now we can go in on his bald-headed Band-Aid head wearing ass. So, Stasha said that Mitch has been, excuse me, y'all. Stasha said Mitch has been on her shit list since day one. And she said that every time she greeted him, she would call him a bitch. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful because, for one, he didn't do anything to you, Stasha. So I don't like that Sasha was doing that, to be honest. Like, he didn't do anything to you. Like, the fact that Mitch allowed her to, and then they showed this montage of her calling him bitch all the time. And you can tell that it low-key bothered Mitch, but because Mitch is awkward and probably always felt that no matter what he said, he was being, like, in trouble for, he never said anything to her about it. What Mitch should have did was talk to Nate and said, tell your bitch to stop calling me a bitch. That's what Mitch should have said, but Mitch is not that way. Stasha knew who to play that game with, though. Stasha knew who to play that game with. So Kristen said that she wanted someone to commend her for trying, and that she was never told, and that he was never trying enough. But that's not what happened. We all know that Kristen has been fishing for compliments from anybody this entire show. We saw Kristen get mad at the 1 month anniversary when Justin complimented Mitch and, complimented him for how far he's come, how much progress he's made. All Kristen has ever wanted was to hear, hey girl, you're doing great. Good job, Kristen. Good job, Kristen. We see you, boo. Good job, girl. That's what Kristen wanted. And nobody was doing that for her. And it was driving her absolutely crazy. It was driving her crazy because she wasn't getting that. She didn't know what to do with herself. She is still here on the reunion fishing for a compliment. Kristen, please go get some therapy, sis. Because this is not okay. Morgan said that he put her through hell and back, and only Kristen really tried to make it work. I agree with that. Mitch didn't want to make that work. Mitch wanted to get to decision day. Kristen had on her fucking wedding ring, y'all. Kristen had on her wedding ring. So Kristen had on her wedding ring. She has it on her pinky finger because she said that she just felt emboldened to wear it that day. I said, oh, Kristen. Kristen. Lindy didn't want to watch the scene back where she was venting to her friend. Lindy said, and I believe a big part of that is because she doesn't want Miguel to see it and then flip on her and, whatever the case. She said that she wishes that she never introduced that into their love story because they do have a love story. And she then says that he was never controlling her. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. But now you're drinking the Kool-Aid, so, but okay, Lindy. Alexis. So they talk about the 1 month anniversary dinner and how awkward it was for everybody to be there. Kristen said that, from the women's standpoint, we're all watching like their marriage like unravel right in front of us. And Alexis said that in that moment, while she was hurt and she wanted him to just be like, fine, we can talk about it later, she had to jump into maternal mode. And I can see how that would drive anybody crazy. Because if that was me, that would totally drive me crazy as well. That I can't just be a wife. I have to turn not nurturing, but maternal for you. So I wonder if Justin has some type of mommy issues that is causing him to like really act out this way. So Alexis said that her boundaries were not being respected, which they weren't. She didn't want to talk about it then. Justin all but tried to guilt trip her into saying something. She said before they got to the dinner, they had an agreement that if there was something that they needed to talk about, some type of issue, that they would do it privately. They came to that agreement. So when Justin jumped ship and kind of threw her under the bus, she felt the way about it. Morgan said that she personally, while she got her issues with Justin, because, Justin was talking cash shit about her and for every chance he got, she said that she would not be able to be with a man that's sensitive. And she said that Alexis has way more patience than she does. Morgan, we know you don't have no patience. You ain't have to tell us. You didn't have to tell us. Sasha feels that Justin is not stable. I said, oh shit. He gonna have at y'all during the Where Are They Now special. Alexis said that there are numerous times that she wanted to tell him to stop crying. But she said she would say it in a way where it's like, all right, the crying in this moment is kind of turning me off. The crying over this is kind of turning me off. She said that her attraction level depleted with every single tear. Y'all, when I tell you I hollered when she said that. She also said that Justin was crying almost daily, and I believe that. Because we saw it weekly every episode. We saw it every episode, and it was always a different shirt. It was always a different outfit. So it's not like production was chopping up these scenes. This man was crying through different shirts. So she said that the crying, and she started to realize that his constant crying was more about him trying to find himself, and it wasn't necessarily about her. So she started to like separate herself from it. We then get another pointless scene with all the guys together. So the guys Kevin asked if the guys all hang out. Justin was like, yeah, the four of us do. Me, Miguel, Mitch, and Ben. I said, oh, Nate don't be invited. Okay, so Ben said that him and Justin are now cool. Justin apologized. Justin now acknowledges that the pillow talking and the putting him on speakerphone, he regrets doing that. He said that whatever Ben told him should have stayed with him because Ben did ask him to keep their conversations between the two of them. But then Justin was like, I just kind of felt like a big brother to him. What does that have to do with you putting him on speakerphone? How is that being a big brother? Okay. Maybe I missed something, but okay. Kevin said that Ben and Morgan might have worked if they would have done the deed earlier. We get a scene of how attracted Morgan was to Ben. It wouldn't have worked. I just don't think it would have worked because neither one of them were ready to get married. They didn't do a montage of Justin crying. The way Nate was laughing through that package. So Miguel said that he never saw an issue with the crying. He said that there have been times where he has had a nice, good, ugly cry sob, and he felt better afterwards. Mitch then says he hopes of watching this that a lot of guys realize that it is okay to cry, and they do cry more. Mitch said that, he wishes he could cry more because crying, it's good for you. It's kind of therapeutic, which it is. Crying is very, very therapeutic. I can't remember. I'm not a big crier. But when I do cry, I give it my all. Like, I cannot remember the last time I, really, really cried. I don't have a problem with crying. I don't cry a lot. But like I said, when I do, baby, we go for it. So Nathan said, I thought the crying was weird. So Justin was like, well, you can take your notes because your wife wants you to be more emotional. So he then says that Nate has short man syndrome. I guess, I don't know. I know on the previews for next week, I guess we get some type of background on why Justin has all this venom for Nate. I guess we'll find out about it. But it seems very, like it's weird. And it's off-putting now that they're still going back and forth. Like, what are y'all still going back and forth for? So we get Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal, who decided to make an appearance at the reunion. So Dr. Pepper thinks that they had a really good group of people where some people really tried and some people, they feel like the vast majority of everyone gave it their all. I'll agree with that. I think the vast majority of people this season did at least project as if they were putting forth some effort. So they have they do it differently where they're not having couple by couple come out. So they have Mitch and Ben come out together. Mitch said he knows that he dropped the ball in the beginning and he feels that he should have watched more previous seasons to see what he was getting into. He said he needed to learn how to play it cool. Mitch said that if he could do it again, he would have not said anything about the attraction. He said he lashes out because he's always felt attacked because he looks at himself as an outcast. They tell Ben that they want him to be careful with losing his own confidence. You know, he's always a martyr. He always falls on his own sword. They tell Mitch that he needs to give himself permission to be normal and for Ben to give himself permission to not be perfect. They bring out Kristen and Morgan. Kristen feels good about what she's been through. She feels it is good to not throw in the towel so early at the first sign of trouble. So she's happy that she made it this far without, being like, oh, he don't like me, done. Morgan is learning not to be as reactive and is learning to use the logical part of her brain. Logic told you to wear that sequence dress? Okay. So she said that it has, Kristen said it's been good to see Mitch. They kissed in the car after decision day. No one cares, Kristen. She said it was hard to watch the wedding because she thought it was a very beautiful day. So to see that Mitch was talking about her during the wedding in his confessionals was very off-putting and hard for her to watch. Morgan doesn't think that more grace could have been given to Ben. She said that day after day, Ben went to Justin. Dr. Pepper said she hoped that in that moment while this was going on that Morgan would have had the wherewithal and the vision to be like, hey, we're going through a rocky time. We're going through a chaotic moment. Maybe give him some grace because it's a lot to take in at this time. Morgan a whole ass weirdo because she was like, no. Girl, bye. They bring out Alexis and Justin. Alexis feels they are just not compatible, which they are just not. She said that she was frustrated when she had to be a nurturing maternal figure for him because he's crying. And she said that Justin was probably frustrated when she wanted to constantly crack jokes. She said that Justin even told her to stop cracking jokes. Justin said that's not true. He did not want Alexis to joke about him on TV because it's going to be shown to so many people. Alexis said that it is in her personality to joke. And that, it's just not going to work between them. Pastor Cal said that they did not give their marriage time to work through the bumps and the bruises, and they were so quick to give up. They asked Justin why didn't he fight for the marriage when the next morning after they officially broke up, Alexis said she was embarrassed and regrets everything that happened the night before. Justin said because he was not honest about why he didn't fight. He was not honest about the Maya situation. So Dr. Pepper said that Alexis wanted an alpha male, and when Justin was not able to be that, she backed away. So, it was just not a lot happened this reunion, y'all. We talk about Shirtgate with all the group, with everybody. Mitch said he felt like he was being set up, and he got defensive because of that. Kristen took offense to that. I would take offense to that, too. Why would I be setting you up? He said it was the trigger of him being forced to do something he didn't want to do. So, Kevin brings up, don't you see the irony in you refusing to wear a shirt that she bought you, but you wanting to change how she looks? Mitch said that it's not the same thing. It is. But see, Mitch doesn't want to admit that because you can see it all over Mitch's face when it's like, oh shit. Mitch didn't want to admit that, but it's definitely the same thing. So, but Mitch's thing is, I never told her it doesn't matter. You wanted to change her. She wanted you to just wear a shirt. Mitch said that it did surprise him and hurt him that Stasha was calling him a bitch. Stasha was like, oh shit, I'm sorry if it hurt your feelings. Mitch then laughed and he accepted it, but then he did say, maybe I am a bitch, maybe I earned it. So it was only good fun, but Stasha definitely owed that man an apology. Kristen feels that Alexis and Justin did their best right on up through decision day. They bring up Justin not wanting her to go to the club. Alexis said it wasn't always the club. She just wanted 2 hours a week to hang out with some of her friends. Justin said he felt a way about that because he didn't think she liked him, and he thought in that moment she just wanted to get away from him. Communication was just not happening for them. Justin just wasn't honest with her about that. We talk about the Ben versus Morgan, how the guys were on Ben's side, the girls were on Morgan's side. Morgan said that she's a reactive person and she does wish that she would have taken a step back and processed what happened before being reactive. That's the best we're going to get out of her. Ben said that he was not ready for marriage and he should not have gone to Morgan. Morgan is not, he should have gone to Justin. Morgan's perfectly fine with the guys taking his side. She said those were his friends. Justin then said he should not have talked to Alexis about Ben and Morgan. Alexis felt that she should have prioritized her husband and not took their pillow talk out of the household. Ben said ultimately he should not have talked to Justin. Everybody took accountability, okay? Lindy versus Stasha. Stasha said that Lindy wanted the emotional connection first, so that's why she questioned, how did you go from don't want to have sex yet to the next morning y'all had sex? Lindy tried to get beastie with her. Watch it, Lindy, and said, well, I'm a grown-up. I can make my own decisions. You can't get your own insurance, though. There was nothing wrong with Stasha asking you that question in that moment. Nothing wrong with that at all. Miguel then says that he remembered that night. He remembered stopping and making sure that she was ready. Blah, 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 blah. Kevin brings up how Justin said that they were actually the first to consummate their marriage. Justin said they did. Alexis said that they were having fun. They stopped for whatever reason. Later on, as in days or weeks later, she put on negligee and they were able to get it popping. Somebody's lying. I don't even care anymore. Somebody's lying. Who do y'all think is lying? Do y'all think they had sex or not? And then finally, Alexis wants to clear her name. She said that she did not come on here for clout. She did not go out all the time. Nate said that if that is the truth, then Justin told him something differently. Justin cuts him off and was like, she's talking. Doesn't want to hear anything he has to say. Stasha's fed up with it now. Peep Stasha's body language. And Stasha tells both of them, why don't y'all stop? Shit. That's what she wanted to say. Shut up, everybody. So Kevin then said that Alexis gave this her all. Justin is like, and I didn't. Nobody said that. I can't stand a person that does that. That's what All Lives Matter is, y'all. When people say that. Oh, so she gave it her all. I didn't. Nobody said you didn't, Justin. Fall back. Go drink some water. Go drink some milk. So then we have Justin apologizing for not taking her feelings into account throughout the season. Nate said he has to work on his lies. Over everything. We see next episode, which is the Where Are They Now? Stasha and Nate are separated. Who is surprised? Let me know what you guys thought about this recap, about this reunion. And I will catch you guys next week for the Where Are They Now? Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up the video, and share with a friend.